Welcome to another episode of the Prewsandvews podcast. It's been a very short while, but actually, we decided to just make another video because
You did not clap.
I hate you. We made some videos a short while ago. We hope you've watched them. If you haven't watched them, go and watch it. Give it a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Today's issue, it's more or less, it happened a short while ago.
Yep.
And it was Pastor Chris. He made some comments concerning the vaccine and like how we are taking it in Ghana. So we just thought we'll watch the video again so that you guys can also watch the video. Then we'll give our comments on it, since I don't know, so far I haven't really heard someone speak about it in a very neutral, nuanced way. So we'll try our best to speak about it in a very middle grounded way.
Yep.
If that makes sense.
We'll try our best.
It's time for African leaders to think differently. Think wisely. How do you expect that those who throughout history have despised you throughout history, as you know, how can they produce vaccines to save your life? Are you okay?
The "are you okay" part always
That's
the kill
mad.
me. It always the kill me. Are you okay?
Charlie.
Are you okay? So what do you think? What do you just give your thoughts first?
Okay, I think, I don't say he has a point, but
But he has a point.
yes, but he has a point.
Ish.
Sort of.
Kinda.
Because, technically they've despised us for a long while now. And we should think twice if they decided to donate 600,000 vaccines down here for our safety. What do you think?
Well, I mean, I agree with the part where he mentioned that there's a long history of they despising us.
Yeah.
I think I agree with that part. I don't think our relationship with, the foreign countries has been a very
Solid.
friendly and solid one in Ubab. So I sort of agree with him on that perspective. But where I sort of disagree is where he ended it off with in relation to the vaccine. I think if they had a chance to, or if they actually wanted to kill us off, destroy us, they would have done it long ago, and it wouldn't be through vaccines. Like, there are so many other ways that if they wanted to kill us, they would have destroyed us. And one reason I also think they can't destroy us is because Africa is basically a market.
Yeah.
We are basically their market. So if all of us die, where are they going to dump all their goods?
Yeah, that's also another point.
Wow.
But yeah,
So,
that's another point.
I mean, in so many ways, you can poke holes in what he said. And I feel like with the platform he has, he shouldn't be making, well, it's freedom of speech. We are living in a free society, so, freedom of speech. But then with the position that he has in society, people listen to him a lot. So I think he should pay, do you agree? Like, he should pay
I get
more
it.
attention to what he says.
He should be very cautious of his speech. It can set up fires in places where
Exactly.
it's not needed.
Yeah, because with the way Africa looks at the moment, our economy isn't solid, and we've now been hit with the COVID, so that makes everything worse. So now more than ever, we need the vaccine to be able to return to normalcy. So if a supporter of his or a listener of his really believes what he says or really internalizes what he said, he might decide not to take a vaccine.
Yeah.
And if a bunch of them decide not to take the vaccine.
And I also think that, come on, it's been long. Yes, although we can see that they've despised us, but should I say the duration at which we're keeping this at heart should be thrown away a long time ago.
Yeah.
It's not as if you're not benefiting from them and they're not benefiting from us. And I like
they're
your point.
benefiting more.
Exactly. If they wanted to get rid of us, that would have been done way easier than with the vaccines. So, and after all, human rights, human beings really matter the most. It's not about color, it's not about race. So, yeah.
I think one thing that made me sort of agree with him initially when I watched the video, I didn't agree. Like, I was pissed. I even posted to my status that world dumbest take ever. So when I went back and actually thought about it very well, I read a few articles, I realized that the black community in America, or even in everywhere around the world, they are really anti-vaccine because they have a long history of racism being tied into the health system. There was this thing where I saw somewhere that about 600 black males were called in to partake in a syphilis test. So they were sold on the idea that, like, through the test, their health will be improved. But not knowing they were sort of injected with the syphilis virus.
That's similar
to test
to that
them to check how they would react to the virus.
That's quite.
So you can understand that sort of history. So in that way, I sort of understand what he means. But in a situation like this, where everybody needs the virus so that the vaccine so that we can return to normalcy, I don't think this is the right thing to be seen with a platform as big as his.
And I also would have clearly sided with him if the vaccines being sent to us are the only ones. I mean, the brand of vaccine being sent to us.
And even by private companies.
Is the only one being shipped to Africa, Ghana to be specific, and that there are no other countries that are using that vaccine. Exactly. With that one, then, dude, I would have thought twice about it.
Yeah. But they're sending it to other countries
exactly.
as well.
So
that's a good point.
He has a point, but he's trying to be.
It doesn't make sense. Yeah, it doesn't make sense in this current climate.
This context.
In this context, it doesn't really make sense. And I don't know. In that way, I think he's wrong. And
you can see that he's wrong.
He shouldn't really have said that.
Exactly. But he's wrong.
Yeah. And before we finish it off, when I posted on my status that, world dumbest take ever, I mean, okay, I was a bit too extreme by typing that under it, but I saw a lot of people replied me and were like, do not, in the Bible, there's this verse where, do not touch my anointed.
Yeah, talking about the pastors and all.
Yeah. And people kept on saying that thing to me like, yo, you need to take this down. Like, God said, do not touch the anointed. I'm like, yo, if as a society if this is what we plan to do as a society, then I don't think we'll ever move forward because he's just as human as we are and should be subject to criticism. But I mean, all the prophets throughout history, they weren't completely clean.
Exactly.
But so I don't think anybody is free from criticism. I think in his position, if he says something wrong and he realizes that it's wrong, he should be in a position where he comes out very quickly and says, okay, what I said was wrong and I take it back. In that sense, But I don't think we should see someone is a man of God, so we can't really criticize him for something he does.
We all do make mistakes.
We all make mistakes every now and then.
Mistakes,
and I think as a society, we should be responsible. We should be each other's keeper.
Exactly.
If I say something very sus or I do something very sus that doesn't make sense or is problematic, I would expect you to let me
come
know
in
that.
and
Tell me that what you are doing is not good. So cool down. And also, when I see someone doing something, when I see you doing it, I can also tell you that you chill. So I think as a society, that's how it should be. I will move forward.
That's a very good point.
Yeah. Do you have anything else to add?
Nope, except for the fact that, his first statement, African leaders should start thinking.
Yeah, that one, I agree. They should start thinking differently. But not in relation to the virus.
Exactly.
Corruption.
That should really ring in every African leader's head. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so
that's it.
That's it. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And we'll catch you guys on the next one.
And we share more.
Yeah.